Good morning and welcome to another edition of Coffee with Curare. This is season 2, episode 2 of our podcast.
Double deuces.
Double deuces. It's a big day and it's also Casual Friday. We're coming at you to you on a Friday morning as opposed to our normal Thursday morning. We're really excited for the switch up because one, it's Casual Friday here at Curare, and two, it's the day before Saturday. Today I'm here with Ian Sons, and we're going to be talking about locums today. We've got a thriving locums division. We've been doing locums for about 3.5, 4 years now, and we're coming on strong. We're getting a lot more job opportunities. We have a ton of candidates for our clients, and today we're going to talk about benefits for both sides of the equation. Why as a candidate you might want to consider locums, and as a client, why you might want to utilize our services when choosing your locums providers.
Sure. Well, I think with most employers, when they're considering a locums physician, it's kind of for one of two reasons. Either they're in a time crunch and they really need coverage, they've been unable to solidify someone's permanent full-time commitment, or what we're seeing more frequently is that they know that there's no guarantee that things are going to work out long-term. However, they want to try and see if this relationship can work with the physician. So we're kind of calling it a try before you buy. Going locums to perm is something that we're seeing more and more. In lieu of having, a 100% guarantee that everything's always going to work out, it's really allowing them to bring someone in, and for both parties, both the employer and the candidate, really get to see, is this a good match? Can I get along with the people that I work with? Because that's kind of the non-negotiable item that we always talk about, is the personalities of the people that you're going to be spending a lot of time with, in most cases, more time than with your own family.
Right. Yeah, and it's of course a nice opportunity to get locums when you're in a pinch for vacations and things like that. Lots of times you'll have certain specialists go on vacations for extended periods of time, and that's a period of time when you absolutely need some coverage. So it's a good time to plan ahead and have people that are pre-credentialed at your hospital that are licensed that could jump into those roles now and then. Maybe pre-retiring physicians that are living in the area, for instance, are a good source of somebody that can cover for you at these hospital locations. One situation where we're working with now, and we're seeing more frequently too, is a transitional of contracted services. We see a lot of contracted emergency room services with your M-Cares and your Team Healths. Team Health is the largest employer of physicians in America. We do a lot of work with them, and they're in a lot of hospitals in emergency medicine and hospitalist services, and those are contracted services. So sometimes those contracts change hands. Sometimes the hospitals decide to pull their programs for hospitalists and EM back into their own hands. And during that time, there's usually a transitional period where you got to really build your staff back up. And during that time, locums is a great thing to utilize as well for a long-term assignment. At Curare, we try to keep our costs very low for our clients, as competitive as possible, but being based as a contingency-based permanent physician placement service, 30 years in service now, our goal is to really get a permanently placed physician with you, and that goes back to that try before you buy thing. Ideally, with our locums assignments, we're looking for that opportunity where we could put a permanent placed physician and help our clients from having to continue to look for locums, because locums is kind of tough sometimes to find that coverage, especially in a pinch. I mean, you see it every day. We get emails from our clients where we need somebody next Friday at this one location for 4 hours, and it's crazy that some people could fill in these assignments on such a timely basis.
Well, and I think you kind of alluded to it before, Jerry, that if you might be anticipating a need for coverage, maybe someone is going to be taking a leave of absence, you've got someone who for really any reason, the best thing you can do is get in touch with us ahead of time, make sure that we've got providers ready in the queue to be able to send to you when and if you need that coverage. And that's something that we're seeing more and more as people being proactive rather than reactive with some of the locums coverage that they need.
Right, and in general, I mean, we've touched on this before at the Coffee with Curare, and that is that physicians in general don't stick around jobs like they did 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Jobs are changing now a lot more. Physicians are changing jobs. Employers are changing hands. Who your boss is might not be the same now at the end of the year. And so physicians are moving around a lot, and with that being the case, they want to sometimes try before they buy as well. So that's a big thing that we're seeing more and more of, because they want to make sure that they're comfortable in their new role at this new facility with this new employer before they make the long-term commitment.
And I do think one of the advantages that we have, having traditionally come from a permanent full-time employed basis for what we do with contingency recruiting, is that we've got a tremendous network of candidates and clients who might not traditionally consider locums, but we have access to those employers and those candidates. We can pitch that, and many times, things come up, emergencies happen on the client side, circumstances change in someone's life, they're looking for more flexibility. There's a lot of reasons why someone who traditionally has just been looking for permanent full-time might decide they want to look for locums, and those are people we can help, because those are folks that haven't traditionally been in the locum space, and we can really help to expedite their inquiries to employers and make good matches quickly.
Yeah, and from the physician side, a couple of big ones that you're touching on there, as far as like maybe a part-time gig in locums, is supplemental income.
Right.
We're seeing a lot of physicians that want to come in and find locums on a weekend, or maybe do a shift or two a week as supplemental income to their current full-time opportunities. We're seeing a lot of younger physicians calling out and seeking those types of opportunities to specifically help with their vast student loan debt. And the other one is physicians middle of their career to fight burnout. They're calling to just try something new. Jerry, get me a week somewhere out west or somewhere down by the beach. So it gives physicians the freedom to travel while getting paid to work. Lots of times you could bring your spouse with you if you're willing to throw the money at the hotel for your incidentals. You could make a small vacation out of a working vacation, if you would.
Yeah.
And then another segment that we're seeing is pre-retirement planners. Your physicians that are getting near to retirement, looking to really pad their retirement income and retirement nest egg, if you would, with some additional locum shifts, or even just coming back into work maybe 1 or 2 weeks a month from a retirement situation. So we're seeing a lot of different situations, but we're able to react in a very timely manner. We have 40 recruiters here, and if we find an assignment that's worthwhile to jump after and we know that's a true need, we'll find you candidates very quickly in a timely manner.
Yep, no doubt.
Well, if you're looking for a locums gig, or you're looking for some candidates, give us a call. We'll be around here for many years to come, and many days to come, and many hours to come today, except we'll be gone at 4 p.m. and we'll be enjoying the weekend from there on out. We'll see you next week with Coffee with Curare. You enjoy your weekend. Give us a call anytime.